In the frozen silence of the Arctic lies a land that could shape the future of global power. This is Greenland, the world's largest island. A place buried under miles of ice, yet holding unimaginable value beneath. To most people, it looks empty, harsh, unlivable. But to global superpowers, it is one of the most important locations on Earth. Because today, a silent competition is unfolding between the United States, Russia, and China. And this is not just about land. This is about dominance in the next era of human history. To understand why Greenland matters, you first need to understand the Arctic. For centuries, the Arctic was seen as a frozen barrier. Too dangerous, too remote, too useless. But now, everything is changing. As global temperatures rise, the ice is melting, and what was once impossible is now becoming accessible. New sea routes are emerging, routes that could transform global trade forever. Ships traveling between Asia, Europe, and North America no longer need to pass through crowded, risky choke points like traditional canals. Instead, they can move through the Arctic. Faster, cheaper, more efficient. And right in the center of these new routes sits Greenland. This is where America steps in. For the United States, Greenland is not just strategy. It is responsibility. For decades, the US has maintained a presence in Greenland. Not to control it, but to protect the balance of power in the Arctic. Because whoever dominates this region can influence global trade, military movement, and even communication systems. Deep inside Greenland lies one of America's most important installations. A critical defense site that monitors potential threats from across the globe. In a world where missiles can cross continents in minutes, early detection is the difference between safety and disaster. And Greenland provides that shield. Not just for America, but for its allies across Europe and beyond. But this story doesn't end with defense. Because beneath Greenland's ice lies a hidden treasure: rare earth elements. These materials are essential for modern life. Used in smartphones, electric cars, satellites, and advanced military technology. Right now, much of the global supply is controlled by China. That creates risk. Because when one country controls critical resources, it can influence entire industries and economies. Greenland offers a different path. A chance to create a more balanced and secure supply chain. And the United States supports responsible development, working with local authorities and international partners to ensure these resources benefit the world, not just one power. Meanwhile, Russia is making its move. Over the past few years, Russia has rapidly expanded its Arctic military presence, reactivating Soviet-era bases, deploying new weapons systems, increasing naval patrols. For Russia, the Arctic is not just opportunity. It's a strategic frontier. And Greenland stands directly in the path of that expansion. Then comes China. Unlike Russia, China doesn't rely on military force in the Arctic. It uses influence, investments, infrastructure, economic partnerships. China calls itself a near-Arctic state, but its ambitions go far beyond that. From mining projects to port development, China is quietly positioning itself for long-term control. Not through invasion, but through access. This creates a new kind of competition. Not just military, but economic, technological, strategic. And this is where the United States presents a different vision. Instead of control, partnership. Instead of dominance, stability. America works with Greenland through agreements, support programs, and defense cooperation. The goal is simple: to ensure that Greenland remains free from coercion, free from exploitation, and open to fair global cooperation. Because if Greenland falls under the influence of aggressive powers, the consequences could be global. Trade routes could be restricted, resources could be monopolized, and the Arctic could become a zone of conflict. but with responsible leadership, Greenland can become something else entirely. A hub of cooperation. A gateway for innovation. A region where nations work together, not against each other. And that is why this icy island matters so much. Because in the 21st century, power is no longer just about armies and weapons. It's about positioning, access, influence. Greenland represents all of it. A strategic location. A resource powerhouse. A gateway to the future. So while the world sees ice, global powers see opportunity. And among them, the United States stands not just as a competitor, but as a stabilizing force, working to ensure that the Arctic remains open, secure, and balanced. Because the future is not just being fought in cities or battlefields. It is being shaped in places most people never look, like Greenland. And the question is no longer, why are America, Russia, and China interested in Greenland? The real question is, who will define the future of the Arctic? And who will ensure that future benefits the world, not just one power? And in this silent race beneath the ice, the nation that leads with responsibility will shape not just the Arctic, but the future of the world. Because in the end, true power isn't just about control, it's about trust, stability, and leadership. And in a region as critical as Greenland, the world is watching who rises to protect it, not exploit it. If you want to understand how history is unfolding before our eyes, don't miss what comes next. Revisit Xfinity Evolution for deeper insights and powerful stories. Stay informed, stay curious, and join us again on Xfinity Evolution, where the world's biggest events come into focus.